Hampton police are looking for this man, 25-year-old Isaiah Patrick, who is accused of assaulting an officer at the Rite Aid on Kecoughtan Road and LaSalle Avenue.
It is my understanding that he started damaging displays and throwing things around and just prior to the officers arriving.
It all started Tuesday afternoon when police were called out to the drugstore for a trespassing complaint around 2:30.
When the officers responded, they were able to talk with the store managers and then approach the individual to have a conversation with him.
Police Chief Terry Solt says the officers tried to get the man's name and he provided a false ID. Police say things escalated here in this parking lot when they attempted to arrest the man. He resisted and struck one officer and then fled in this direction on Kecoughtan Road. The second officer followed and was injured during the pursuit. Several officers responded to the Rite Aid and spent hours fanning out in the neighboring areas to track down the man responsible for injuring one of their own.
My office looks over the parking lot, the police parking lot, and when I see officers and detectives and pretty much the whole building bail out and running towards their cars, it literally does send chills up your arm. And it's the worst fear any police officer or chief can have. Both officers were taken to the hospital and treated for minor injuries, ultimately a relief for the department. Anytime that we have an incident like this and you get an officer down call, you're going to get a very large response. That's the worst fear that our officers and their families have. In this case, it's turned out very positively from an injury perspective. We do think they'll both be okay. Police say Patrick is wanted for malicious wounding of a law enforcement officer and has several other outstanding warrants throughout Virginia. In Hampton, Kofo Lasaki, News 3.